as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stockton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The give to the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Takes a handoff. It's Ives. Picks up the first down. Still running at the 40. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground already. What a way to get this season started.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Pocket breaking down. Got a man. It's Nelson. Brings into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You've just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
The Huskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Big early test for both teams in this opening game of the season. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation. Or what do I do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Tatum. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Now on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Quick catch on 3rd down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And the Sooners decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
He'll pull it on the read. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Raiola. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's high. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And the Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his man. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air, it's Raiola. Safe completion on the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Nebraska 3, Oklahoma 0.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the toss. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Throws to the back. Slams it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone, they're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal. They're trying to slam it in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Gets it to the back. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving a change impossible. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Wheeler. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field, but you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Gonna run it. It's Ives. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick handoff. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it on the counter. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, he's got some space. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Bringing the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas A&M. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Napier. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Back to throw, it's Nelson. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. First down for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tatum. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Out of the shotgun on third down. He'll pull it down. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Here's a heat. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. Looking for blockers. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Huskers can really attack on this second and short. Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They'll try to run for it. Creates a little room. Off to the races. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Husker. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Sooner offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Gets it to him on the screen. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore. Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
With the catch, it's Ives. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. Slip through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooners!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia Tech has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Lane Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Liberty. They'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the counter. Fights off a defender. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
There's just so much for this defense to think about right now. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. And they know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Finds a man in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Under fire. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. And the Huskers will punt this one away.
On to kick it away.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here today.
Breaks the tackle. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Quick completion to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're
turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for space. It's Stockton. Looking for room at the 40. He's up to 113 yards rushing now here in Week 1. A solid start to this new campaign.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
The Cornhuskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Yeah, and the defensive lineman, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Kick is in the air. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Caught over the middle. It's Napier. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give is to Williams. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Raiola. Got the back over the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
A really good job by the defense, understanding 3rd down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. But then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Grabbed over the middle. It's Napier. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Oh, look out on the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. Boy, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stockton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, This offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. New set of downs after the completion. The give is to Williams. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
And the Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. To the ground with the back. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. This to jump into the lead in the final minute. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Nebraska.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds. That last field goal looks like the game winner if they can keep them from getting in field goal range here right at the end. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Got his man. He's out past the 35. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every